All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the Mass Music Medium. I'm joined in the studio once again by Alex Saar. Alex, welcome back.
Thank you. It's always good to be back on Mass Music Radio.
Hey,
Awesome.
a lot of new stuff in the studio. We've been doing more renovations. We've had more guest DJs coming on, but the one thing that's consistent is the Mass Music Medium. So appreciate you coming through.
Yes, I'm telling you guys, every single month when I come here, it's an enjoyable experience for everyone, and I welcome everyone back who's been on here before. But I have to tell you guys, it's so nice. Every time I come here, there's so much growth, and the sense of community here is awesome. So I really enjoy that, and I really enjoy watching the growth on social media and Instagram. It's such positive vibes. Whenever I see you guys on my newsfeed, Mass Music Radio, it's always nice to see that.
Oh yeah, and we've been working hard. It's been a long month. We've been in the studio for 2 months, but this month in particular with the heat, it's been testing. But we've been having a lot of fun with it. We're working on some new merchandise, trying to fundraise to buy an air conditioner. To be honest, we're gonna have our logo. It's gonna look like it's dripping, melting, because that's kind of how we feel. And then we're gonna sell, the tank tops. We're gonna sell the rally towels, like the Bruins like rally towels, sweat towels, if you will. I thought about calling it swag rags, but that was shot down very quickly. So yeah, we're just gonna be fundraising. Hopefully, we'll generate a little bit of money, get an air conditioner, and then we'll be good for the rest of the summer.
Well, that's definitely a good reason to donate.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. I had to get my Mass Music Radio merchandise today, guys. There's plenty of in stock, so if anyone would be interested in getting a t-shirt or a tank top, message me. You can email Shlomo on massmusicradio.com also, so there's plenty of merchandise, too.
Oh, yeah. And, we're just getting things going. How about you? What's new?
A lot of new developments recently. A lot of new events that I have upcoming. I've been traveling, so it's really nice to be back in Massachusetts.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I probably am traveling like every other month now, but shout out to North Carolina if there's some peeps on here that have recently had an event with me or had a session with me. It's been a really great experience, especially recently. It feels like more now than ever I've been, coming across people that are new to this. I call them newbies. Like, so many newbies have been coming to my events. It's really refreshing to see that. So I want to thank everyone that's even coming on here today. If you guys are new to this, thank you so much for giving yourself a chance to have an open mind, an open heart to something that, it might be scary to you.
Yeah.
It does scare some people, but it's really great. It makes me feel really great when you guys are able to give that a chance. But I'll never force it on anyone. And I know you were someone when we first started this. I'm not sure if you were afraid of it or...
I was more intrigued, I would say, because I didn't really know much about it.
Yeah.
And then to see it in action was a beautiful thing. And it wasn't like I was having a reading. Like, I was able to as a third party witness it, and it was cool. I think that was a great way, and I feel like when you do your sessions down in North Carolina, wherever it may be, I think for a lot of first timers that might be a good way to sort of ease them into it, because if you're just cold, if you never have it's never happened before, I think it's a cool way to get into it, because then if you see how people react, wait a second, let me see how who would come through with me.
Absolutely. And actually, at the last event I had at the Corner Beer Garden, shout out to the Corner Beer Garden. When I say the room was full of newbies, it was, but there was quite a few people that, they didn't get a chance to get read right away, and they're a little closed off. But near the end of the session, it was really cool to sit with them after and see their perspective change and their opinion on, this type of work.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It was really refreshing for me to see that, so. Oh,
I bet. That's amazing. And, I feel like for you, it must be cool to see those first-time reactions. Just when you make those connections, people are like, "What?" I even hear I hear it on the phone. I've seen it in person. It's it must be fun to do it every time.
Yeah, it's really fun. And if there's ever, and I had a conversation with someone the other day about this. If I ever feel overconfident or if it feels boring to me, I'm gonna stop doing it. But every single time it feels like a new adventure, and it's really exciting. So I'm just gonna continue on with this until maybe one day I wake up and I don't feel excited. But hopefully that never happens.
Yeah, I hope not. And I feel like it's been picking up. At least like the last few months we've been doing this, I get to see from a distance and up close and personal your growth. And could you maybe like talk to that a little bit about how you've went all in on this, and as an entrepreneur, how has that changed your lifestyle, I guess?
Ooh, that's a great question. It's been a lot of, even though there's been a lot of growth when it comes to events, and I've had a lot more appearances on the news, but it's actually balance in a sense.
Yeah.
It's a lot of balance because, coming from entrepreneur to entrepreneur, like during the day, there's so much effort and energy you need to put into building, but at the end of the day, it's been a lot of balance that has really kept me grounded. So
Yeah, and having that structure is also very, very important, And I think when you're starting out, it's hard to figure out that structure too, because for what you're doing, it's still a relatively new thing in terms of like being a business, right? There's always been spirit mediums, but I've personally never seen like the big, like superstar spirit medium, and I feel like you're at that point where with the internet and with kind of what we're doing here, there's the potential to make it into a huge thing, go viral, as they say.
Yeah.
But it's also kind of like it's new. It's very new to the public, the general public, and I feel like by doing this, you're kind of reaching more of an audience. So like you're able to spread your message and your abilities to way more people than in the past.
Yeah, and that's actually the goal when I started getting some media opportunities. Not only was it just a goal for me to just be comfortable in my own skin with sharing my gift with the world, but it was just a way to get fresh exposure out there to a bunch of people, especially in the North Carolina area where, the Bible Belt is actually pretty heavy, and there's a really high demand for people that would like some closure and answers, from their loved ones in spirit. So it's been a really great opportunity for me, and it's been a lot of growth when it comes to just, letting go and just trusting a new process.
Right.
And I've seen a lot of growth from you as well. I've seen your community growing, and it just makes me really happy to see that,
Yeah.
I love that. I love seeing the community that you guys are really building here.
It's been a beautiful thing. And I thank my team, honestly. Like, I do a lot of work here, but my boys put in a lot of work. There's a lot of late nights in the studio. And it's been a blessing, honestly. Like, just being in this studio is a blessing. And so even though it's hot, what I'm saying, we're rocking with it. And as they say, if you can't take the heat, get out the kitchen. But we're in the kitchen every night cooking something up, and it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun.
Yes, and if you guys have downloaded the Mass Music Radio app, there's always live streams 24/7 with awesome music, and it's a really nice, unique playlist. And not only that, there's DJs playing too. So it's a good mix-up, and it's something different, and I like different, and I bet you guys like different too. So I would most definitely just try it out.
Yeah,
Awesome.
and the biggest thing that's new, I guess you could say, is our video stream. So if anybody's out there listening on the app, if you want to go to massmusicradio.com, at the very top we put, the video stream, the live video stream, and we've been getting a lot of response from it. Like, people love it. They love to see what's going on in the studio, because we'll do the DJ sets, and I have an overhead camera above the booth, so you can see the DJ mixing. You can see what's going on in the studio, who's here, and it's just a lot of fun. Like,
Yeah.
did you know Ziti?
Yes, I do.
One of my brother's friends, Ziti, was by, and David was watching the live stream, and he was able to text me, tell him I said hello. So it's just a cool thing, and like I said, we're having fun with it, and that's what it's all about.
Exactly, and especially when it comes to doing your own thing like this, or building a brand or a business, like, you should be having fun. Don't allow yourself to get stressed out with all the work that's put ahead of you. Just get a planner. That's actually what I've been doing. I've just been getting a planner, and I've just been looking at everything in front of me, and I just feel like it's a great way to just balance things out.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, is there any tips that you have for people that are listening right now, if anyone's starting out a new business, or maybe something on the side? Is there anything that you could suggest for them starting out?
Yeah, I'd say getting it down on paper, typing it out, whatever you want to call it, is probably step one. And even if it's not concrete, all right, this is the plan, we're sticking to it, writing it down is the first step, and then letting people know your vision and finding out, how people can help you. And, people are willing to help. They want to, they believe in you and they want to help you. So if you have an idea, like for example, Mass Music Radio, we started it as just an organization. Like we wanted to be Mass Music, basically a community organization, nonprofit that connects people, because we knew a ton of artists, we knew a ton of producers, DJs, managers, promoters, a lot of different people in the music industry, all working, independently in different areas, and we were trying to figure out a way to bring it all together, connect the dots. So it went from an organization to a radio station, which we were already doing, and from there we were able to basically mold that into something that's kind of a hybrid, because it does both. I mean, we are an organization, we have a physical studio now, so it's able to bring the community together, and we also do radio. So the plans have changed, but it doesn't mean our mission has changed. We always wanted to develop a community and support the community, and that's what we're doing. So I think the biggest thing when you start a business or any sort of endeavor is figuring out the why. Like, why are you doing what you're doing? Is it to make some money? Is it to help people? Is it to, do this, that, the other? You got to figure out why you're doing it. And once you figure that out, the rest is kind of easy. Because if your goal is to help people, it should be something that people can get behind, right? For example, Mass Music. We want to help artists get their music played, DJs showcase their talent, and with that in mind, people are willing to come by and spin for an hour and showcase their skills. And it helps us because, we're able to diversify our content, and it helps the DJ because they have good materials to promote, and, they'll have reels. Like I record all the videos, so I send it to them right after they do it, and they can put it on their Instagram page and promote. So it's a mutually beneficial thing. And in that regard, it helps both of us. But going back to the original question, I think another big aspect of starting anything is to formulate a team.
Yes.
I think I've always been a big believer that you can accomplish far more things as a team than you can individually.
Absolutely. Teamwork really does make the dream work. I'm telling you, starting out, I didn't think I needed help. I thought I could do everything by myself, and then I recognized it's nope, you need to work together and just have that vision set in stone and just keep on pushing through. Mm-hmm. And I definitely agree with you, just having that why. And every time I make a decision for my business and, for the people that, I want to help, I always ask about my motives before any decision I make. And I highly suggest that, guys, if you're having any tough decisions, instead of maybe acting out of emotion or desire, just, ask yourself, does this feel good for me? What are my motives? Is it coming out of a heart-centered place? I always try to make my decisions coming out of a heart-centered place, because if it feels good and, your motives are aligned, it means that, it's definitely meant for you. I love the word alignment. I use it all the time with everything I do, but especially now when it comes to just expanding and just reaching more people with, with media opportunities. I always just ask my why and I ask my motives, because I have quite a few projects coming up, and it definitely wouldn't be taking off if I didn't have the team that I have. So I definitely agree. Foundations are so important, and I'm very grateful for my foundations that I have and the consistency. I think consistency is so important if there's something that you wish to take off the ground too.
Yeah.
And it doesn't, even if you don't see results a month, wait 2 months. Just set your intentions and just have that positive attitude, and I promise you it will definitely grow. Whatever that idea is that you have.
Yeah, and I think thinking outside the box is also very important, and I'm a big believer in new ideas. I'm always looking for new ideas. For example, Jackson, one of our DJs, he came up with the idea of having it was sort of Savoy and Jackson, the idea of having a giveaway, because we just got all new merchandise, new tank tops, and we figured we'll put up on our Instagram, comment, tag, like the picture, comment, tag your 3 friends. And we'll give one lucky winner a free tank top on tomorrow night, and we posted it, and like we got about so far like 80 comments, people tagging. We got 30 new followers. So like little stuff like that, where it's like it costs you nothing other than like the the material, the promotional material. It spreads awareness like that. So like that's a new idea where I was like, you know what, like yeah, like that sounds like a good idea. And Jackson told me, all right, post it, Sunday night, and I was very busy, and I slacked, and then Monday morning he was like, yo, I'm gonna post it, and he just did it, boom, and it worked out great. So it's also reminding me that like when there is a good idea, jump on it.
Yes.
And just do it, even if it's not like how you originally intended it. Like just do it and see what happens and build off of that. So like this is hopefully going to become like a monthly thing. Like I said, we're getting those rally towels. We'll probably do a giveaway with those as well.
Well, I will definitely jump in with that giveaway. And
yeah.
The cool thing, which I love whenever I read your posts, is, most of the time when you look at other people's posts, you can feel if it's coming from a heart-centered place and it's organic. And it's every time I look at your posts, they're authentic.
Yeah.
And I just love that. I love when you come from that space, you actually grow more than just growing at a place of just getting more likes or getting more followers, because people do pick up on that.
Yeah.
Like, they absolutely do. I'm not sure if sometimes if you're scrolling through, you can just kind of, like, tell the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think The Rock is a good example. Like, every time he puts something up, like, I always just make sure I read it, because I think he does a great job of, like, granted, he's an actor. Like, he does so many projects. Like, he has to promote. But I think he does it in a very elegant way where it's genuine, I think. And we thought about it like this. I mean, we don't necessarily need the biggest following. We don't need 1 million listeners, although that would be nice, and like I hope we get there. We just are focusing on the community around us, the people that are supporting us. And by doing so, we've generated a lot of support from them. I mean, I can't show the cameras right now, but the back wall of our studio is all cement blocks, brick blocks, and we decided to have it as a sponsorship wall. You donate $25, and you get your name sponsored by so and so, and right now it's coming together. It's probably like 10 bricks that we've sold, and it's great because people will come in and decorate it, and then we put it up on the Instagram, shout them out, and it's just exciting to see that people like genuinely care about what we do, and it's just like that's another innovative thing. Jackson came up with that as well. He's like, I said one day, I'm like, what are we gonna do with that wall? I mean, if you look around, there's posters, there's all kinds of knickknacks everywhere, but that back cement wall, we couldn't do anything with. I can't hammer anything to it. And then he came up with the sponsorship idea. It's like, that's genius.
Yes.
So, yeah, definitely thinking outside the box is the way to go.
Absolutely, and I love to do my giveaways. For those of you guys who follow my Facebook page, you guys know I love to do my giveaways, and I'll actually be posting it within the next few days. I'm going to be doing a ticket giveaway, so I would absolutely stay tuned for that. I'm going to be hosting an event this August 17th for the Gavin Foundation, and that actually supports addiction recovery resources.
Ooh.
So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm going to be doing it with mediums Liam Galvin and Nicole Stevens. So I'm really excited. They are very great mediums. It's going to be a really great night. So for those of you guys tuning in from the Massachusetts area, there are still some tickets available, and I'll be doing that ticket giveaway. So yeah, definitely stay tuned for that.
That's awesome. Now, where is the event again?
So this is actually going to be at the Sons of Italy in Braintree.
Oh, okay.
Everyone keeps asking me. They're like, did you move to North Carolina? It's like, you're there so much.
Well, here's the thing. You got to go where the bag is. You got to chase the bag. If there's money down there, go down there.
Yeah.
But no, I think generating interest up here is important too. Because like you said, what is it called? The something belt?
So in North Carolina, I tend to go there a lot because there is, a Bible Belt, and there's a high demand for mediums over there. And here, for a lot of you guys who go to see mediums, I do a lot of events around this area as well. Mm-hmm. But the network here is booming. There's mediums coming from Ireland, the UK.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, just because they know how great it is here. There's such a great community here, and I hope that there's a community like that in all parts of the world. I know there's a really great one in New York as well, I heard.
Oh, yeah.
They have literally a community where a lot of mediums and psychics live.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm sure you guys have heard of Salem. Salem's a great community also.
Salem, Salem, Mass, yep.
Yep. But there's nothing I want more than for the North Carolina area to grow and flourish in that way. Where,
Right.
more of their demands will be met with mediums in that area.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's why I dedicate myself to going at least like every other month.
Yeah, and just, taking care of people down there. And I feel like doing these is also great because, every time we do it, the phone is ringing off the hook. Everyone's trying to have a session. Unfortunately, we can't get to everyone sometimes, so it's nice to go and physically be there. But these are great too.
Absolutely, and I'm really excited to connect with you guys today. And okay, so this actually just came in my head. I have to share with you guys. So I've talked a little bit before on when we've had our session about signs and how you can recognize them. And this is bizarre. So the other day I was actually writing an article about how our loved ones come in through dreams. And I took a nap after, and it was bizarre. My Nana actually came through in the dream, and she was just saying hi.
Oh, wow.
But I loved it. It was so validating and evidential for me. Right after I wrote that, telling everyone else, here, this is how you can receive messages from your loved ones.
Yeah.
My Nan decided to come through and say hi. So,
And give you that reassurance.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting it. I was like, thanks, Nana. She always comes in when it's, least suspected.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And if anyone has any questions, if they don't want to have a session, if they have a question about anything, definitely call and ask too, because I feel like it's more common now during sessions where people will ask, what are the signs I'm getting? How can I recognize that?
Yeah.
And I always love to brief up on that because they love to do that. It takes a lot of energy for them, but if you're aware, that stuff will start coming like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I've been noticing a lot of synchronicity, number-wise.
oh, I love that. I love
11-11s.
synchronicity.
Although, I always watch out 11-11, Make a Wish. But, 333, I've been seeing a lot of, 111s. Yeah, I just keep noticing numbers popping up like that.
And you know what? It's really cool. That's your guides and your loved ones and your angels just supporting you. It's like the universe is speaking to you. And I love it. I get so excited when people want to talk about that stuff. I see numbers every single day. I'll see 444, 333 on nice license plates. I'm sure people listening can relate too. And it's once you recognize that, it's the floodgates open.
Oh, yeah.
And you're just going to keep on receiving signs, but they're confirmations. Every single one's a confirmation for you. So it's kind of like decoding that language from the universe and just learning how to understand that.
Yeah. I have a question. I don't know if this is related, but my buddy told me that if a bunny, a rabbit, crosses your path, it means you're moving in the right direction. There's something related to bunnies. Is that true? Or do you know anything about that? Or is that all BS?
So, two things. I know that animals actually can manifest as signs from our loved ones or from, some people say spirit animals. I feel personally it's more of signs from our loved ones in spirit because they love to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I could be wrong though with with what the knowledge that you just shared with me. I could be wrong with that. I'm not too familiar with that.
Yeah, it could be an old wives' tale, so I'm but I did notice almost every night when I walk home, a bunny will cross my path. Or some days when I'm kind of having a rough day, 2 nights ago I was having a rough day, and as I'm walking up my street, one ran and stopped, and we had a moment, and then he kept going. It was a cool moment right there.
That's amazing. Okay, I feel like that was definitely a sign.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because sometimes even our loved ones in spirit or angels will speak through people to you, and you'll feel like you receive a message that you need to hear.
Yeah.
And it's happened to me quite a few times. It's literally chilling. I'll receive goosebumps. Someone will be talking to me, and I'll hear exactly what I need to hear, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
But it's amazing how connected we all are. It's so beautiful. Everyone's so connected, and especially when it comes to signs, it makes me really excited that now more and more people are commonly asking me those questions about signs.
Yeah. I think it's cool too how you said your Nana came to you, and it just reminded me that my Nana all the time she'll say, when I pass away, she's gonna leave you, whatever her inheritance. She's you better make smart decisions with your money. Because if you don't, I'm going to come back and haunt you. It's I think about that every single day. It's I do not want my Nana haunting me. I'm not going to make any dumb decisions. I can't speak for David or my sister or my other brother Brian. But, if I hope to God I don't, have Nana haunting me every day.
Yeah, well, if if anything, like when you think about your loved ones and you ask them to leave signs, I always like to think of it as like a phone call from heaven because they're so connected to us, and I'm sure you've seen with experiencing other people's sessions how connected they are.
Yeah.
Like I think the last time we had a session, I don't remember particularly, but there was a few people that their loved ones validated things that are going on in their lives.
Right.
And it's really cool. I love it. It makes me so happy every single time when someone has that like oh wow, like you saw that, and they're able to get that evidence. It's amazing.
Oh
it's
yeah.
honestly amazing.
So right now it is 5 minutes of 7:30, so 7:25. We can take a quick commercial break. Not even commercial break. We'll just take a quick break, and then when we come back, we'll take some phone calls from the viewers.
Yes. Looking forward to it, guys.
All right. Stay tuned. And the request line is below. It's 617-249-4161. So give us a ring, and we'll be right back. had some people come through for me.
Yes.
That's very interesting.
I wanted to connect with you before we get a chance to take other callers because they're like really, really strong. And I'm like, okay, so there's someone on dad's side. I tend to feel on each side who they belong to. So I feel someone on mom's side, and I also feel someone on dad's side too. And it feels like the person on dad's side had a little bit of walking difficulties, and he's having a beer right now. He's like enjoying himself and having a beer.
Oh, very nice.
But he keeps on showing where you guys would hang out. I'm just seeing like an outside area, and it looks like there's a boat there too. And he's just saying hi, and he wishes he got to spend a little bit more time with you before his passing. And he knows that that's okay. Mm-hmm. He knows that's okay. But he's saying hi. He's a little bit more on the reserve side. I'm not sure if he sometimes they're more reserved if there's a medium or something like religion-wise, but just know that he's here too, and he's saying hi, and it feels like there's someone on mom's side too, and she's like being very expressive right now, and she said she's a funny one, and she loved cracking jokes she's saying.
I think I know who you're talking about.
And she's thankful that you always answered the phone for her. You always answer the phone, and you can always hold a nice conversation, and she's very thankful for that. She loved it. She loved giving you a call. She's like, I just love talking to you. She's like, thanks for listening to me. Thanks for letting me talk your ear off, she's saying. And I'm just seeing you guys sitting at like a beach or like shoreline right now and just hanging out. And she enjoyed going to that little island with you. She's very proud of you for just taking care of everything right now, too. There's like a lot of responsibility on your shoulders, but she's so proud of you for how you're doing everything so well. She's happy that you're helping someone else in the family clean something out, too. She's like, she knows it's going to be a little project, but she's saying that she's just so proud of you. Like, all I feel from her is just like so much unconditional love and pride with that.
Nice.
She feels like she could go on and on about how responsible you're being, though. And how you're kind of like making that choice and kind of just like stepping up and doing that. And if you're wondering if something in her house was fixed or something got fixed up, she's saying yes, and she's like confirming that for you too.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah.
There you go.
But yeah, so if it gets a little stronger near the end of this, I'm definitely gonna have her connect with you again.
Yeah. Okay,
but just know that they're both here, and she has like a lot of like. It feels like she just has like the gift of gab right now. So.
Yeah. Sounds like someone in my family, definitely.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, guys, we're gonna start taking calls.
Yep, you can call the request line. It is 617-249-4161. And once again, 617-249-4161. Had to make sure we got that Boston area code.
Yeah. Sometimes when they first start connecting, they need a little bit of time to connect stronger, and that's kind of what I have a feeling with you, because your loved ones are still here, like they're not budging, they're like standing right next to me.
Yeah, just looking at what's going on.
Yeah, so.
Making sure I'm behaving and all that.
Oh yeah. I'm feeling that. And I'm also feeling, okay, she's coming back again. I'm also feeling J, June or July, something like significant for that. I would just maybe hold on to that and see if it comes to you. I know I tend to get a lot of like evidential like numbers and dates and stuff, and when that happens, it's like 80-20, so like 80% of information you'll resonate with, and then there's like that 20% where you may not resonate.
Yeah.
And sometimes it could hit you, it could hit you tomorrow, it could hit you later.
Yeah. Is that when they pass, or is it just a significant date?
It feels like it's a significant date. It could be of their passing. She's happy that you're putting something off to take care of other people.
She's probably thinking of the Bo show. Putting that little hiatus to make sure, the foundation is there. That could be it.
Yeah, she thinks you're doing a good job. Would this be feels like aunt or cousin?
Yeah, definitely cousin.
Okay.
But yeah, kind of like an auntie. All right, we have a call and a request on it, so tell her we said, stick
I'll tell
around.
her to wait. I'll tell her to wait.
All right.
From Air. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Hello there, you are live on Mass Music Radio. What did you say your name was? Hello? Sound like a Pam. Oh, disconnected. Sound like a Pam or a Jan.
Oh, okay. So, you guys can most definitely call again if the call was weird. We're actually ending Mercury retrograde right now. I think there's 2 days left, so technology can be a little weird. It's a time where there's like a lot of weird energy currents and things going on, so...
Mercury retrograde, that sounds very interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. It's something that happens, like, there's a few different ones that happen, like, during and throughout the year, so sometimes it messes with technology. Like, it's really weird. Like, it messes with my phone, and I kind of want to blame it on that. I kind of want to blame it on Mercury retrograde.
I think we should. That's a good bet.
Yeah. Nope.
But
absolutely.
Jan or Pam, whoever that was, if you want to call back, give us a ring, 617-249-4161. Dun, dun, dun.
Yes, absolutely. And for anyone that's watching, if this is something, like, new for you, I always just highly suggest, like, before you call, allow yourself to have an open heart and an open mind, because sometimes if you don't, it can actually block the flow and receiving of messages.
Really?
I can actually feel it when I connect to someone if they're shut off or not, and it kind of blocks it a little bit.
Oh. And it's harder to read, right?
Yeah. So, highly suggest that if anyone's watching that's a newbie, to just allow the messages to flow through and kind of like set your intentions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, awesome.
The waiting game. Dun, dun, dun. But how has traveling been? I feel like it's a chore, but it's also, do you enjoy traveling?
I love it. I'm like a very solo traveler. It'd be nice to have a traveling buddy, but I know my schedule has gotten really busy, so I'm actually going to Kentucky in like 2 weeks now.
Oh, very nice.
I'm going to be a guest on, it's called like the Live with Haley show.
Oh.
So it's going to be exciting, and I'm really excited to share that with you guys.
Looks like we got a call coming in.
From Air. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Hello there, you are live on Mass Music Radio. How are you doing tonight?
Good, how are you?
Pretty good. Is this Pam or Jan?
It's Pam. I just got disconnected when I called the first time.
Okay. Thank you for calling back. You, I don't know what happened in the last one, but, you are live with Alex.
Hey Pam, how's it going?
Good, how about you?
Good. So it feels like there's someone on father's side for you that's coming through and saying hi, and it feels like there's just a lot of confirmation that you did the right job. And it feels like there's quite a few things like surrounding his passing, and he's not going to go into details about it, but he just keeps on saying like, tell her she did such a good job.
My God. Yeah, my father just passed away a week ago today.
And he's really strongly connected, okay? I'll just say it doesn't even matter how long it's been. He just needs to come through and he just feels like he just needs to protect you with that information, because he doesn't want, it's okay if you feel hurt, but he would rather you not, because he just wants to confirm that you did the right thing and you sheltered him, and you're doing the right thing with filtering out certain news and just communicating with different people of the family. He's just very thankful that you're the person that's doing it. You're the person that's doing everything with the communication. He doesn't want anyone else to do that, but it feels like he's just placing that responsibility on you in like a really loving way.
Yeah. And I know since he's passed, I've seen some signs, and I'm strongly believe in it, and I just know it was him coming through, so.
Okay,
and when I saw your message today, yeah, I knew that I had to call in.
And I'm happy you did, and I'm happy that you're asking about signs. And he keeps on showing me something with a clock. And I feel like I should just mention something with like clock or time, and it looks like he's trying to tell me that he left you a sign in that sense too. So it feels like he...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he did?
he had this clock that was always next to him, and when he passed, he said, "I'm going to leave this to my daughter," and I haven't been able to take it yet because I'm just not ready to take it with me, but it was his clock that he had next to him every night.
He really wishes, and he's saying this in such a loving way too, like he really wishes he could give you gas money right now for all the driving that you have to do. Just know that he's so supportive of you.
That's funny.
Are you doing a lot of...
always thinking of...
Sorry?
I'm doing a lot of driving back and forth to to my mom's house, yes. Yeah. It's been a crazy week.
He's validating that she can feel him, and he's making an effort to do that to make sure that she feels him.
Oh, that's so great. Thank you.
You're welcome. And he definitely has the gift of gab. He said he's making up for the lost time because he knows like the past month and a half was difficult, and you had to bear a lot.
Yeah.
And he liked to do that for you.
Yeah,
He's just symbolically just showing me just kind of like shielding you from that. And he's like, hey, he's like, listen, he's like, you got this. He wants you to just take as much time as you need. He knows that there's like a new opportunity just kind of like right there in front of you right now, and he just wants you to just like take your time with that right now.
Okay. Well, I thank you. I think that's all I can take for right now, but I definitely will be calling back or seeing you at some point.
You're
I
welcome.
do appreciate it.
You're welcome. I do offer private sessions and phone sessions if you're not in the area. What area are you from?
Bridgewater.
Bridgewater? Oh, awesome.
That's not too far.
Yeah, I do. I'm having an event tomorrow night in Bridgewater, actually, at Uplifting Connections, and I don't think it's sold out yet. So I'll be posting more about that.
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. Definitely. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. You've definitely helped me today. It's been a crazy day. It's been a week today, so I'm glad I heard this message. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for calling.
Yeah, have a wonderful night.
You too. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, that's so sad. So, like, family members can come through, like, immediately? Or does it take, like, a few days for them to, like, kind of transition to the next life and then check out the scene before they're, like, looking back, like, oh, let me go connect with people?
You know what, actually, it depends. And some mediums, you know, they have different opinions, but I feel like it depends because in my experience, I have connected with, you know, loved ones who have passed 3 days. You know, it's been like 3 days and they're able to connect really strongly. Sometimes other loved ones who have passed away will help them like come through and communicate. It's all like a different scenario for every single loved one. Sometimes they're not ready for like a year and a half. And it's very interesting, but it makes me really, really happy when, you know, if the person's ready to communicate and it's early on, it makes me really happy when they're able to, you know, receive those evidential messages.
Yeah, because I feel like, you know, when you pull up to heaven, you know, there's a lot to do. You got to check out, you know, see what the situation's like, see who's there, you know, your folks, check in on people. You know, there's a lot to take in, and I feel like it takes a few days to get accustomed before you're like, all right, let me go, you know, let people know I'm good, I'm chilling, you know, like, it takes a few days to transition. So that makes sense. I feel like 3 days probably would be good, you know.
Yeah. Yep. And I've had, you know, quite a few different experiences lately, and it's, you know, I definitely hit close to heart with me also. There's been a few instances where someone's in that in-between phase where they're connecting with me and they haven't fully passed yet, and they're leaving messages to other family members. That actually happened recently in a session.
Oh, wow, like a coma type of situation?
She was in and out, and she needed help with delivering. There was something that she needed, like, before her passing, and she needed to have closure with another family member. And they actually brought the family member there, and she passed, like, a few hours after she saw that person because she was communicating to me through the session that there was something unsettling with her.
That's very interesting, though.
And when my client reached out to me, it definitely broke my heart.
Oh.
But it's just amazing how spirit and the afterlife works. It's amazing.
Yeah. We got another call coming in.
From Karen. To accept, press 1. To send a voice.
Hello, Karen. This is Shlomo. You are live on Mass Music Radio. How are you doing tonight?
Good, how are you?
Doing good. We're in the studio, just sweating it out, but we're having a good time over here.
Hi, Karen. How are you doing?
Good, Alex, how are you?
Good. So, feeling a lot of strong connections from you. I'm feeling someone on mom's side. I'm also feeling two people on father's side, but it feels like there's mom that's coming through for you first. She's kind of like the most dominant and prominent one, and she wants you to. I keep on seeing you spending time at the pond with the family, and she just keeps on telling you to just. She just keeps on saying, just keep on reaching out, okay? Just keep on reaching out and making those plans, because she knows that someone else isn't really making the plans and you have to be more the initiator. But she's just confirming that you definitely should just keep on doing that.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, and I keep on seeing yellow flowers. Something
That's so funny. I was taking pictures. I have sunflowers out front.
Oh, that's beautiful. It's
Big
such,
yellow sunflowers. That's so weird.
it's so beautiful when you're able to get a validation like that they're so close to you. Like, I love that. Gets me every single time.
Yeah.
She's not done yet. She's telling me to stop talking, so I'm gonna come back and connect with her. She's happy about your housing situation, that you feel more comfortable, and she's just showing me a past validation of you having to do a commute over a bridge or something having to do with the bridge. And she's just happy that you feel more comfortable and more secure where you're living right now.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, at the moment I am.
Good. Awesome.
Yeah.
Great. Well, thank you so much for calling. And do you have, I always want to ask people too, like before we get off, do you have any questions about spirituality or the afterlife or anything that we've been talking about today?
No, I've been listening to you guys. It's very interesting.
Oh, thank you.
Very interesting.
We like to bring variety. So.
I'm sorry?
I said we definitely like to bring variety to our topics.
Yes. And it's interesting.
Well, thank you very much.
Variety is interesting.
Yes.
Beautiful. Well, thank you again, and hope you have a wonderful evening.
Thank you. Thank you, Alex.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
You too.
All right. Cool. Very cool.
Yes, I love it. I love it when they come through with like stuff that has just happened.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Yeah. So, is there anything you kind of like would like to share about your perspective on, anything you've experienced with watching these sessions?
I think it's a beautiful thing to see, like, the strength of a connection, because I can tell sometimes when it's immediate. Like, as soon as I hop on the phone, I can, like, see, I can feel it. I can feel, like, immediately, like, you just start boom, 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 like, they're saying, like, you try to get the message out as fast as possible. I feel like those are the stronger ones.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them where people are a little, like, not standoffish, but, like, sort of hesitant. I feel like it might be a harder read. Those ones are also very interesting to see, but I love seeing the ones where it's like a strong connection and people are like, wow, like some of the stuff that you say. And I remember when you did it with Chris, it was like, I just could hear it like in his voice, and a lot of people, I can hear it in their voice when you say certain things and it just hits like immediately, like it hits home. Like that's probably the best. Like for you, it must be like super like validating, obviously. For someone like me, it's also like validating because like I'm not getting those messages, but to see the connection and like to hear the connection, I think it's a beautiful thing.
Yes, no, I love it. And like when I review my whys every single day, and I also think back to that moment because that made me really happy. I love being able to be a part of those like first moments, and especially when someone really needs to hear that message.
Yeah.
It like makes me really happy. So.
And I think to let people know, like, you know, their family member is chilling, like they're good. I think oftentimes, if not every time, when they come through, it's you like 99.99%. I can't even think of a time where it was like, yeah, they're not doing great right now. Like they want to let you know. It's always like super positive, and I think it's reassuring for people that are worried about, you know, father, mother, cousin, whoever it is. Like, I think it's very reassuring and it's comforting to people, and people need that.
Yeah, it's so true though. Absolutely, I agree with you on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But yeah, we'll remind people one more time for the ones that are listening on the app. The phone call request line number is 617-249-4161. And we'll take a few more calls. We still got some time. We got about 8 minutes, so we got another call coming in.
From Kayla.
Hi, Kayla. This is Shlomo. You are live on Mass Music Radio. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good, you know. Having a good night and enjoying this session. I don't know about you, but this has been a lot of fun so far.
Yeah, I haven't tried it yet. It's my first time.
Oh.
Awesome. Hi, Kayla. I'm really happy that you chose me as your medium to have for your first time.
Thank you.
Okay, there's a grandmother, and she's really excited because she knows that you need to hear from her.
My grandmother?
It feels like there's like a grandmother. Would this be grandmother on father's side? Because I'm feeling someone on like the father's side.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Was that something? Because is that someone you were expecting? You were expecting like a grand. It feels like there's a male figure too that maybe you were expecting to get read from.
My grandfather, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Well, she's on grandfather's side, so maybe that's his mother.
Yeah, I used to spend time with her a lot.
Okay. She's just like, I have to compliment her hair right now, too.
Her hair?
Yeah, her hair looks great right now. Looks like she really loved to take great job with her hair, right?
Yeah.
So your grandfather, when he had those breathing difficulties, there's just a really big confirmation for you that he's not struggling anymore.
My grandfather?
Yeah. And
Is he okay?
He's okay. He's literally surrounded by so much love and light, and he knows that was really tough for you to watch, and that was tough for you to see, and he just keeps on grabbing your hand, he just keeps on thanking you for your support, and he knows that you were there, and it's just really important that you know that, and you carry on that healing through your family, and just kind of validate that he's aware that they were there.
Thank you.
He's happy that you're keeping a few particular photos of him close to you as well, and he's surprised that you found him. He said it's good lighting in the photo, and he looks really good. But he's really happy that, yeah, he's really happy that you have that photo. Okay.
I wasn't sure if I should have taken it, but I'm glad I did.
Good. Well, he's definitely happy that you took that photo too.
Yeah, he looks good in that picture.
He keeps on bringing up the smell of his house, or like a certain smell of him. And maybe you've smelled that recently? Something with that?
Yeah, actually, I stole his jacket from his house, and I keep smelling it.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, he's definitely happy that you have that stuff too.
He is. Okay.
He wants you to just keep on moving forward. Like that's the biggest thing that he's saying. He just wants you to just keep on moving forward, and he knows that there's a lot of like upcoming plans for you that you have right now.
Yep.
And just know that he's supporting you, and he's right by your side, and he knows that there's been a lot of like drastic changes, and just know that he's supporting you throughout this right now, and he just keeps on saying like to use your mind and just remember why you started it.
Okay, I will.
Well, I'm leaving you with all of his love and blessings, and thank you so much for calling.
Thank you for this. I really needed it.
Oh.
Awesome, you're welcome.
Have a good night.
Thank you. Thanks, you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh. Well, we have time, I think, for one more call. We got about 4 minutes left. So if you want to call in, the request line is 617-249-4161. And wow, that was powerful.
Yeah, that just makes me so happy.
Yeah, like that's the type of stuff I'm talking about where, you know, somebody needs to hear it. Like she said, I need to hear that. So it's beautiful. All right, we got one more.
Heather. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hello, Heather. You are live on Mass Music Radio. This is Shlomo. How you doing?
Hi, I'm great. How are you?
Pretty good. You know, we're just wrapping things up. I'm so glad you got in, you know, chance to call the last call here. So.
Oh, excellent.
Awesome. Hi, Heather. How are you?
Hi, Alex. Happy to get to speak with you.
Yes. So there's a really strong grandmother connection with you. It feels like there's someone on Mom's side.
Yes.
She's
Not
happy
who
that
I would expect, but yes.
Yeah, well, she's happy that you're doing a lot of hosting and you're keeping someone busy right now, and she's happy that it's helping you receive some clarity on different things. And she just wants you to keep on figuring stuff out. It feels like there's quite a few there's a lot of new information that she's referring to with your family, and she just wants you to keep on checking it out.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right, now I do feel I feel a gentleman on father's side. And he's showing me his hair. His hair looks very nicely done. It's kind of like put off to the side right now too. And he keeps on handing you coins. So I'm not sure if you've been finding coins lately, but if it feels to me that's a sign in a sense, and he wants you to like find a coin.
Well, my grandfather, if you're referring to him, would pay us in coins to rub his feet. A big thing for him.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a nice validation right there. That's awesome.
That could possibly be what's going on.
He's happy that you're surrounding yourself by family and you're keeping people together. He wants you to just keep on keeping people together. That's like the biggest thing that I'm feeling from him right now. And he's not struggling with getting around. He's showing me very healed. And he's very happy about that. He gets to walk around and he's just like admiring his yard right now. He just wants you to know that too. He's like, I feel so much better, and he never would have complained to you, and he's not complaining right now. But that's just the biggest thing that he wants you to know.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for calling.
All right, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Glad I got through.
I know, I'm glad you did too. Okay, awesome. Well, have a good night.
All right, you too. Thanks, guys.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Wow. And just like that, we are at 8 o'clock. Boom.
Wow,
That was awesome. Yeah. Jinx. I feel like we say it every time, but it's a lot of stuff to take in. I mean, with every session. I'm so glad that we do this too, just to hear like from people how much it means to them, you know. So thank you for tuning in. We'll have to get another one for August, so stay tuned for the dates.
Yes.
We'll coordinate that.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight.